Smiling is a wonderful thing, isn't it? It's a way to express a really intense feeling, and that feeling is joy. People will smile to share that they're or show that they're happy, that they're laughing, that they are enjoying the moment that they're in. And people derive their sense of joy or happiness or their smile from various reasons. I think most people derive them from, I think, three key aspects. I like to call them health, wealth, health, wealth, and happiness. Well, happiness is really derived from a bunch of various things. Let's talk about the first two. I think they're very common with most people. In fact, having good health often means that one is even able to smile, right? If one is extremely sick or frail, it's extremely difficult to smile because like most things, smiling takes effort. Sometimes that effort is easier, sometimes that effort is harder, but nonetheless, smiling usually takes effort. And so one usually smiles more when they are in a healthier, more fit state. I think for most people, good health often correlates to happiness, right? When someone is sick or they're ill or they're disabled, that usually leads to a lower quality of life, which leads to less smiling. Of course, that doesn't mean that someone who is ill or someone who is disabled is always unhappy. Actually, quite the opposite. And that's the funny thing I think that is about happiness. It's quite paradoxical. Someone who might be in great health, who might have so many riches, might not be happy, while someone who might be ill or who might be missing a lot of things that others have in life might still be happy. And that's the thing, right? Happiness, or where you derive your smile from, is all relative. And the really interesting thing about smiling is that smiling, though it is usually from a place of joy and happiness, can often be from a place that isn't that either, right? A smile is just a physical expression of joy, but that physical expression can often be faked, right? Have you ever thought about, smiling to conceal a sense of sadness, of loneliness? Because I have. And I'm sure many or most people have too, right? You give a fake smile to um, stop that question being asked further, or to just show that everything is fine even when it isn't. Why do we do this? Well, we don't know. Maybe it's that inner feeling of not wanting others to see that we might be sad or that we aren't happy, because that's kind of a hard thing to admit, right? That you're in a sad, unhappy, lonely state. But smiling, on the other hand, is really easy and really nice. And even that act of smiling, even if you are unhappy, can give you a sense of joy, right? Even if, right, you've always heard that frowning compared to smiling takes way more muscles, and that's true. The more you smile, the happier you might be. The more you frown, the more upset you might be. So I do encourage everyone to smile a lot. As for what makes me smile, I think for me personally, I think there are two things that come to front of mind. One is my wonderful and lovely girlfriend Jennifer. I really do love her, and spending time with her, really doing anything. It could be from going shopping to hiking to going to amusement park and traveling, from the most mundane to the most lavish. Spending time with my girlfriend Jen just makes me so happy, and I always have a big smile on my face. The second thing that really makes me happy is just being in nature, enjoying God's wonderful creation. Nature has this really calming and peaceful and Zen like state that I just am so joyful to be in, right? I mean, even right now in this room, I would be so much happier if I was outside enjoying the fresh air, looking at the beautiful sky and trees around me. That just is so peaceful. And I think in whatever situation it might be, just brings a huge smile to my face. What makes you happy? Is it something superficial? Is it something like wealth, power? Is it something that, or is it something that's more sustainable, right? If you think about, if you are really on your deathbed and look over your life and consider what has made you happy, what is it? Most people would say it's the relationships. Most people would say that the extra day that they spend at work or whatever it is didn't give them extra or happiness at all. Because at the end of the day, what we want to be is to love and be loved, right? That gives a lot of us fulfillment and happiness, and what brings a big smile to our face. So, you know, how can you smile more?